Hey everyone, today I have a yoga shirt or a workout shirt for women here. This one I have in this nice purple color. Of course, it does come in several other colors online. As usual, I'll put the link in the description. This one is called Disbest, at least that's the brand name. Though, of course, I'm pretty sure you've never heard of this brand. They're just a small little company trying to start up some business. Their clothing focuses on minimalism, but yet having high quality, as you can see on the packaging here. It's a pretty basic tee made out of mainly polyester and also spandex, and so because of the high percentage of spandex, the fabric is actually very stretchy and it definitely doesn't hinder any kind of movement, which is definitely really important for a yoga shirt. It's a short sleeve t-shirt and it has some mesh perforations on the sides primarily. You can see here, especially starting from the pits all the way down, so it helps with ventilation, particularly that's one of the sweatiest areas. In the front and also in the back, it has this kind of zigzag pattern you can see here. At a quick glance, you might have thought this is additional perforations, but at a closer look, you can see it's just additional stitching just for design. So I kind of wish that they had made this part a little bit more functional, particularly because I think the fabric is a little bit on the thick side, especially in comparison to my Under Armour shirt here. When you first feel it, you might not think it's a big deal, but when you actually wear it, especially with just the fabric being a lot of spandex percentage content, that it just feels a little bit heavier. And in comparison, especially when I'm more used to wearing lighter shirts like Under Armour or even no brand shirts, but they're much thinner fabric, you can definitely just kind of psychologically feel like it's going to trap a little bit more heat in, maybe even though it may not necessarily do so. So I did definitely try it out when I'm working out, and I have to say that in comparison, once again, it also might be just the psychological effect, but it does feel a little bit hotter than the other shirts that I usually wear for working out. In terms of sizing and fit, I think these run pretty close true to size. I guess if you want a more baggier shirt, I would order a size up. But in terms of kind of making the fit more feminine, I feel like it's a little bit too up and down straight. In the actual picture in Amazon, it makes it look like it's really hugging that model's body. But in this case, I'm definitely not fat by any means, but it definitely looks kind of baggy on me. I think it's just because usually for women shirts, you want to have kind of the chest or bust area a little bit looser, and then when it goes towards the midsection, you want it a little bit tighter, and then you want it to also fan out a little bit towards the bottom skirts. So that's just to help follow the woman's curves. But because of how straight up and down this shirt is, you can see that the midsection tends to kind of bunch up a little bit. So it's definitely not a bad design shirt by any means. I think it's really good. I don't see any loose ends or anything like that in terms of stitching. I just think that for a woman's shirt, it could have been designed a little bit more contoured towards a woman's shape. So my final thoughts is that this shirt is for people who don't want to pay that premium for a name brand shirt, and it's definitely a good athletic shirt. It's really comfortable to wear because of the spandex. You won't have any problems with it creasing or you find any chafing or anything like that. The only downsides I would say is that it's a little bit on the loose side for a yoga shirt in my opinion, but it's definitely a nice athletic shirt that you can use just for general workouts and all that. Comes in nice colors. The design is perfectly fine. Would have liked a little bit more perforations just to help dissipate the sweat a little better, but other than that, it's not a bad shirt. As usual, I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves.